Hey guys, so I ended the stream yesterday, and as I unpaused the game, misclick to log out, the ground started shaking, and we had a couple of dirty great blue trolls come in and cause some damage. Um, we are, as you can see, walls damaged, sections missing. Thankfully, we didn't lose any of these chests, as that would have created an even bigger mess. We did lose a chest downstairs. I've cleaned up before I logged out yesterday. Um, but it has brought into very, very clear evidence that I have made a miscalculation with my construction. We have damage to the stone wall. We have a number of missing walls here. Our workbench is gone. Floors are damaged. Trolls hit hard. We are going to go ahead and sleep the night. And I did obviously take care of the trolls, but we're going to sleep the night. And we're going to do some construction and we're going to do some planning today. So we will still have a house on the hill, the Jarl's home. But I think one of the big things we're going to be working on is adjusting our layout a little bit. Now, when we come out the front door, blueberry spawned again. Let's go ahead and pick these real quick. Hoover everything up. I got a couple of these a little bit close. You got to get in a specific position. So as we come out, we've got the big yard. We've got a garden over here. Eventually, the plan is to have this have a full stone surround. And then where we slid our longship up to shore, it's rather a bit shallow and causes a little bit of trouble. So what I'm going to do is probably right about here to somewhere over on this side in here. I'm going to go ahead and cut a port in so that we have a place to park our boat that's in out of the river or inlet. I don't know if we'll carry it all the way through. I know we'll have a structure here. We will probably put crafting and storage down around it. We will also have to build a full wall around everything to keep it safe from trolls and other dangers. Grab these next real quick. We do have some stones left out in the field, which will help. We will get some stone from digging the parking spot. But in all, we're going to have to adjust it, and I've looked through a few different builds that I've done. I've looked around on YouTube a little bit for different builds for longship parking, and I've picked one out. We are going to build it similar to the build that Co-Carnage did, his Mistlands playthrough. Not the same. I'm going to be doing my own measurements, and we're going to have different, we'll have the house on the hill, though this house is going to have to move away from the corner of this wall because they walked right up to this and just beat into the house. That said, with our chimney here, the options are bring the wall out and around, which is one option. The other option is to move the entire house in from that, or to bring this entire wall out and over and then back up, and then from this come out and create a wall that goes out to and around the port. The port will still be a weak spot in our build. There's no avoiding that because we have to be able to get the ship in. Things will be able to swim in, and because I want the ship easily accessible to get in and out of. While overloaded, we will have staircases that are easy to go up and down. And these staircases allow for critters to get in and out. So that is something we have to pay attention to. I did plant more seed turnips. I believe those are seed carrots. Or no, those are standard carrots. These are seed carrots, and we did lose a few seed carrots. I planted them a little close. There's like 5 over there. I think we lost one in the middle there. So, lost half a dozen carrots, but I can live with that. So the plans for today are to kind of lay out where we want our port to be, and I think we're going to start with this right in here. And then I need wood on me. So let's run back in and grab some wood, because we do need to kind of measure this out a little bit. Upstairs. We're also going to have to rebuild our workbench to get in there. Should be enough. $29 wood, because we're going to have to spend 10 wood to build a workbench. So there's that. Now we want a bit of overhang on the stone surround, so we'll come out a little bit there. Actually, let's actually measure that. That's a 1 meter overhang on a 2 meter piece. We'll go 1, 2, and 3. Put in a center marker. And we'll go, game lag. 1, 2, and 3. And then want that to be straight. So that is technically 14 meters. So 6 of these would be 12 meters, plus we have an extra meter for overhang. Pardon me, my eyes are watering. Still waking up. So what we'll do is we'll dig across. Okay. Ooh, that was close. Any further and we'd have taken damage. Let our stamina regen here. And there's our edge. Oh, come on. There we go. So if we come over here and we look, that's just about the same. That's pretty good spread. And at 14 meters wide, we will be more than wide enough to bring a longship in. This is actually how wide I generally make my channels. Yeah, if we only have 6 wood on us. So what we'll do is we'll mark that. Nope. Okay. So we're going to use a low marker. I think. We're going to have to use a high marker. So there's one edge. We can take this out. And if we I'll put that behind and snap that one in. We put that's the same height, and that literally puts the top 2 meters off the surface. So what we need to do here is bring this back. Because we're intending a stone overhang of 1 meter. This is what the stone will attach to. And again, we'll have to do the same thing over here. And that's blue. It's going to be green, isn't it? That goes green. So this one we will have to, again, use the snap trick. All right. So we have our setup so both sides are level. We also need to determine how long this boat is. That's actually pretty close to online. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Missing requirement. I actually need more wood. So we will actually go grab a whole stack. Worst part is I've measured out the ship before. Okay, so that's foodstuffs. I want to keep the stone on me. Grab, that's 10 placements of dirt. I've done this measurement like a dozen times and I still can never remember how long it is. So that's 6 to the first. That means this is Tim. And that is 11. It's a little room up front. Okay, so the ship itself looks like it's about 22 meters long. Or 20 meters long. We're going to have a 12-meter wide channel section dug. So we could do 10 would leave it hanging close to the end. I think I'm going to go 12 deep. And that's just for symmetry. That allows me to put in wood iron support structure every 6 meters or 3 blocks. Oh, can't go anywhere because there's something in my way. Funny how that works. All right. Two. So we'll go ahead and measure this out so we know how big the hole's going to be. Game lag. And we will actually drop a vertical support every 3 beams. This will also give us how we where we want our ground level to be, or the port structure around where we're going to park the ship. That's just not agreeable. Let's go ahead and drop down low. All right. 8. Go. So this will be a pretty sizable hole to dig. Per request from one of the watchers, who has said they appreciate watching builds. This is going to be done. We've got to bring this across. this is going to be built live. What I will probably do is prep the site so that we're not working on, an hour or two of watching me dig out a pit. We all know what that looks like. Um, Alright, got that knocked down. We'll flatten it in if we can. Yeah, it does look like I've knocked it down far enough. Eight. Want this one. One more of these. That in. 2, 3, and put that in. And then I'm going to have to do a bit more planning in the morning after we bring the sun back up. We will do the repairs on the house here shortly. Largely because I'm going to need to repair that hammer pretty shortly. And while we are here, we're going to trade out our mace for a sword because a sword works better against local fauna than a mace. Of course it's going to rain on us. Why wouldn't it? And our trees grew. So we need to cut these down. Suppose it's good that they grew now, before I started digging, because I totally forgot they were here. We'll take this one out. Leave the rest, I think. Come here. Now, we want the hole to be 12 meters long. But we also wanted this to have a cap inside it, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring it back one more. And we'll put down a double row of so that's actually center there. Obviously, all this is going to go before we put stone down. Missing requirements. Need more wood. Don't get a lot out of this, but actually, if we cut it that way and tip it into the other trees, it should help. Ow. You know, if I am cutting wood, I should probably have more than base health. Some big birch trees. Oh, you. Come here. Ask you a question. Let's hope these guys gave us some seeds. I don't want to have to go hunting for more oak seeds. No, 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 no. That's about to be. It's a good way to eat a oak tree. I'll go put fine wood up here in a sec. Okay, so oh, I forgot to put our food up. A bad load of fine wood. We still have room. Looks like we've reached cargo limit, as in we don't have any more space. So we will go throw our specialty woods and foodstuffs away and so on. Cannot wait until we can get into the Mistlands and get diverger lanterns, as that will make building so much nicer. Ooh, hey, stack and a half. All right, let's run upstairs. As you can see, our Surtling farm is going well. We really do need to use some of this wood to build a box for Surtling cores. Let's throw feathers and sap down there in the arrow box, and we'll go pick up the rest of the wood and continue planning this out. Alright. Grab the last of this up. I missed a rock out in the middle of my field. See a stone there. Oh, let's see. That's what we were doing. 8. Alright. So this is the port and the rim around it. The actual parking spot will be 2 meters narrower on either side because I'm going to have a step down of stairs. I think you can do it with stone stairs. I'm not sure if you can do it with wood stairs. But the idea in those corners, that's good enough. I suppose we'll put it here, is to run a, pretty sure you can do it with stone stairs, but run one there. And then, yeah, it doesn't work with wood stairs so well, but run one there so that you have a corner stair to walk up. Up there. And so we will have a 2-meter cut in here all the way around that is staircase. Now, for the rest. First off, let's run up 2 meters. Okay, so it is not aligned with that. That is somewhat depressing because that's going to be a slight rebuild. If we're going to truly attach everything. But that's fine. We do know we want it to come back, so... Will you? Dig this down a little bit. Now, real question is going to be, how do we want to set this up? After I get this knocked out. flatten this down. I'm not going all the way over to the front gate because I want to be able to get in and out easily. So we'll knock this down a little bit. So let's see here. There will be some kind of inner wall. Along these lines, so that you have a 2-meter walkway. We need to make that a 4-meter walkway. That way we have enough room to get a cart up and down easily. There we go. So that'll have to be pulled back. 6. Low there. So let's go ahead and level this in. At least a bit. Oop, fell in. How are we? Almost out of wood. We're going to need more wood. We can technically take the center line out. Oh, come on. Obviously, we need to leave the vertical supports, but we can take this piece out, as that was marking the backside. Let's actually grab this. We're going to need to actually go build our indoor crafting bench here shortly because our hammer's about to break. Matter of fact, we're going to go do that now so we don't have to build another hammer. Actually, we can just repair it here. Perfect. That in the corner. Another day gone already. All right, we'll go sleep the night. We'll have a look at it in the morning. We'll also grab more wood while we're inside. All right. Let's get out here as the sun comes up. So, parking spot wise, will be one 2 by 2 meter block narrower than what's in here because of the stairs, which will be 1 meter off the water, which will allow us to jump out of the water or jump out of the boat onto the stairs easy. And it will also allow us to walk down the stairs to the edge of the boat, reach into the hold, and grab stuff without having to try and do a fancy sideways parking on the boat. It is long enough to get the boat fully housed in here. It's going to have to be rather tall at center to allow the mast in. Now, stairs. 8. Aha. I'm going to presume some kind of wall on this side. Some kind of wall here, which will help be a support structure. Go. This will be basically a carriageway to haul carts around to get stuff from the boat, but this area here doesn't need it. I don't think this area needs it because we'll have the 2 cartways up either side. So I think what we'll do here is a storage wall. So we can grab from the boat, walk straight up here, tuck things away. Well, that puts the back end of this building kind of close to the entrance of the keep on the hill. So incorporating the bailey, incorporating an outer bailey around this into the keep is going to be part of the project. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and dig this out. I wasn't going to, but we'll start in on this. We can always do a hop, skip, and a jump to get up the front step into the entrance. And then 7. Let's get out in the flat and get this mode flat here. Once that's all mowed down to level. We can bring this back to span across the doors. That feeling that maybe I should have actually done a little pre-planning is real. But I suppose that's what actually makes these builds kind of such a pleasure, is how you modify and adjust. Of course, in the game versus real life, I would not be tearing down a house to move it over a foot. Whereas in this, I probably will. So what we'll do is we'll put that in there. We're going to take this out. Now, as the center post is holding the sides up, I'm leaving those in. But I'm going to take these out to indicate where walkthroughs are. Oh, come on. See you snapping. Get a bit more zoom on this. Or just make it easier. Okay, that works. We can get in. So have a stair up into the entrance of the keep. And continue a room back here. Now the irony is, because of the size we're dealing with here, do believe come back like that. Eight. We don't need this out here because this is all planned. Chuck that in there. Come out 1, 2, 3, and drop a post. Should be able to go 1, 2, drop a post. 1, 2, drop a post. 1, 2. Go ahead and put these ones in. Drop a post. The other option would be to do the storage room in here, which actually I think I'm going to do. Well, we could do storage out there and portal in here? Or we could do portal out that side. Knock that back just a little bit. Take those out. I am liking where this is going. What I am going to do is I'm going to dig the main hole here offline. But I will save the build for actual footage. But I will do a lot of mat gathering and things like that offline so that we can build together without the tedium of watching me, swing a pick for an hour. Or 3, depending on how long. I've got a whole bunch of rock over there. What I can do is I can take the longship across. I can mine all that rock off into the longship. I have a bunch of rock back here I can mine, and I'll put chests in to put stuff down. This, I do believe I'm actually going to do a tear down and rebuild, which is unfortunate because of these. But growing pains. I'll have to take these out as well. But we should have, I'll wait for another batch or 2 of growth. I do believe our garden will move. Can I get up there, please? There we go. So, looking down from on top, an entrance into a hilltop keep. So, some kind of bailey system around this with the house more centered so trolls don't take out back corners. The main port, main storage is going to be down at the port. I might turn this into the storage room. Portals, I'm thinking opposite the keep. Also, you come through the portals and come into the portal room as well as bringing ores in. Smelting will probably be somewhere back in there. Smelting and forging. And now that we do have some spare iron and whatnot, and I do know where 2 more crypts are, so I can go back over to our swamp base and go through those crypts. I can bring back more iron, so on and so forth. We actually should have enough iron to build all this. The big one is going to be getting this structure over the boathouse strong enough. And I think I might actually carry this all the way over. After bone mass is the mountains. So by the time we get into the mountains, I kind of want our main hold fast here at first home to be solid and stable. That way we can literally just pop through a portal, come home, have everything we need. And that will allow us a lot more stable progression. We will also be building a base in the plains so that we can have a barley and flax farm. Though I don't think it'll be quite as grand as this. It probably will consist of a boathouse. I'm probably going to make a kind of standardized size boathouse setup so that we always have, storage room. In outposts, portals will probably be along the backside, storage along the front, carriageway around, and it might just be the boathouse, whereas this one will probably have wings. It'll have the wing for the keep, wing for the portal room at least. Once we have this all dialed in, I will probably be putting gardens in the front corners. And like I said, smelting and forging out the back. Though smelting and forging is going to be largely on-site, or smelting is going to be largely on-site, so I might not put in an actual smeltery here. I will do digging, site prep, and so on in between. And that way, when we come back to this, I'll also finish the layout that I'm working on in my head so that we have a solid build. As soon as we're starting the next video, we'll be starting in on building. So I'm going to be doing mat gathering tonight. I'm going to be doing some logging. We're going to need more wood. I'm going to be doing a lot of leveling, mining out rocks, and getting stone. We do have a bit of iron. I will probably have to do a couple of iron runs, or an iron run to the last 2 crypts in that swamp, and clean them out. But we are looking like we are making some progress on our build. Again, I will have this pre-dug and pre-flattened and ready to build on. And I will lay out the structure, but the big structural builds will actually happen in tomorrow's video so that we can actually, you can actually watch the base come together. This also means I will probably have workbenches and stone cutters spaced out where they're going to need to go to get everything done. The other thing we're going to have to look at, we're going to need an absolute metric ton of stone, because we're going to have to look at some form of actual castle wall around all of this. As well as some inner walls, because when I build a castle, I build it proper. You have, outer bailies, inner bailies, you know, the royal bailey around the keep itself, and so on. So I will leave you guys here. When we come back tomorrow, we will be looking at the full plan, as it were. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, give it a like down below. Consider giving the channel a subscribe. And we'll get into this tomorrow and get things done.